Should I or should I not? Hey, it's Darlene Smith. Sharing is caring. Tips of the day. Do you take your work home with you? Should you or should you not? How do we handle this? Now, two issues. One is, do you do it if you work outside your home? The other issue is, if you work from your home, do you set time limits so that you do not have work time during these times, that it's family time? We're putting balance into our lives. Now, it is just common situation for people to take the work home with them. Normally, in the majority of times, people who take it home, it's probably all the bad stuff, the negativity, everything that went wrong. Don't forget, there's a lot of things that do go right. Otherwise, you're probably in a position that you're totally miserable. So do you talk about that at all? Also depends on your home situation, whether people want to be involved or even listen to what you do. Some people do, some people don't. How do you handle taking work home? 52% of this, in a survey of employees, said that taking work home interferes with family and also home responsibilities. Now, it can relate to job stress, can also equal to family stress, right? Do they want to hear that? Is it because you take work home? A couple reasons. Is it because you are, could use more organization, don't get enough done during the working hours, or is it your plate is too much, you have uncontrol? So there are circumstances that it happens. You can't always control what you do in some of the work environments, right? It could be just, always hearing, you just have too much to do, we'll never get caught up. That's the scenario as well. And of course, you don't provide balance between work and personal life when you take work home, but you need to. Here's an interesting scenario. Statistic from a survey. 68% people read emails before 8 a.m. 50% check emails while in bed. 40% still doing work after 10 p.m. Now, again, that depends if you're a night person or morning person. So if you're a morning person, you'll get up early, you'll do it in the morning. If you're a late person, you'll do it late. I'm not a morning person, I'm a late person, so I'll do it later in the day. And 57% read work emails during family time. Okay, so it does happen. It's a common thing. So the easiest way, of course, is putting some boundaries on it, that at such and such a time, hey, it's all family, there's no work. We're not talking about work, we're not talking about that. So do you do that? Remember, sharing is caring. Put down below. Now, of course, there are frustrations that people have at work, no question, and they need to get it, as they say, off their chest. So how do they do that? If they don't do it with their families, do they do it with other coworkers, or do they just do it with a friend who has nothing to do with their work, but is just there to listen? So how do you handle that, taking work home and dealing with all that negativity that can happen around your work? Now, don't forget, you should be sharing what are some of the positives that happens to you during the day, at work or night, whatever shift may be. And if you're working from home, hey, then that means maybe you need to have that communication, either texting, calling with somebody else, so you can have that discussion of what happens at work. Everybody needs that debrief from work for whoever it may be. It has to be outsourced, and you have to get it, as they say, off your chest somehow. Because why? Sharing is caring. Do you take your work home?